Recently, a TikToker known as Inquisitor would tragically take his own life as false allegations began to spread about him across the internet. He would go live on TikTok, and it was there he would take his own life. Emergency services were called, and they were seen trying to give him CPR. His father would later confirm his death. And right now, the TikTok cosplaying community that he was a part of is devastated by his passing. And it appears that the people who initially spread these allegations have come forward and admitted that they lied. Now, basically, there were two large TikTokers within this cosplay community known as Keegan's Mask and Tito is Acting Badly. They would spread these allegations on their platforms, to which people would go and attack Inquisitor, just believing these allegations right off the bat. Now, messages have leaked between Tito and the underage girl who is Tito's girlfriend, and it seems that they planned this whole thing together. AJ, who was the minor, would message Inquisitor, being flirty with him and claiming that she was an adult. Inquisitor would immediately just shrug her off. He didn't want any part of this. However, AJ didn't stop her advances and later would offer to edit for Inquisitor, and she would begin to screenshot and take messages out of context. One where Inquisitor was saying he wanted to marry her, which he was very clearly just saying that because he was really proud of her editing work, was glad that she got it out as quickly as she did. And again, he thought that this person was an adult because she told him she was an adult. And when some of these messages started getting posted out of context, Inquisitor would message AJ saying that he wasn't okay with what she had been doing, and she would attempt to lie to him and act like, oh no, I didn't do anything, I didn't leak this, what are you talking about? And so he would send this message to her where she was accusing him of being a pedo, to which her excuse for saying this was that she had gotten hacked and someone else on her account had written that. And after all of this went down, Inquisitor would obviously stop talking to her. However, this is when Tito and Keegan's Mask would decide to launch their attack against Inquisitor, and they would post these allegations onto their TikTok page. And people just ran with it, and they started harassing Inquisitor, and they just believed it. Now, mind you, the supposed proof that he was a predator was this out of context screenshot where he says, I'm gonna marry you. That is all these people needed to run with this allegation and pretty much ruin this guy's life. And so, unable to handle the stress of all these allegations, Inquisitor would take his own life. Now, since then, Keegan and Tito have released apologies, if you want to call them that. I acted on what I thought was true, factual information from someone I trusted. At no point did I wish harm against Inquisitor, and it hurts me to hear the news of his passing. But I will not accept death threats, doxing, and false allegations on how I handled the situation. As I said, I acted on what I was to believe was factual information from someone I had trusted and was used. I have taken down all posts regarding the situation, both out of respect for Inquisitor as well as the emerging details that the allegations may have been false. I wanted to use my platform for good, to expose allegations, to find a deeper truth. I never wanted it to escalate the way it has. And after she faced backlash, she would then delete her account. Tito would then release a video detailing his side of the story, as well as posting the screenshots that I'd shown earlier on in the video.
I'm here to talk about my side of the story with the Inquisitor situation. And here are some messages almost everybody knows about, and I'm being accused of wanting to call him out as a pedophile. Understand that I didn't want anything to do with this, because it seems like I want to ruin his life. I am not here saying I want to ruin his life. All I'm saying right here is that I want more proof to convince myself that he is a ped. That's all I wanted, was more proof that he is what we actually think he is. I did not tell her to lie. I did not tell her to crop screenshots. I did not tell her to edit things. I am being completely honest with you. So basically the reason she went back to talk to him was because I needed more proof for myself. I am a man of God. I don't like ruining people's lives. I never wanted to ruin anybody's lives, and I wanted none of this to happen. That's why I backed down on it. That's why I asked for more.
He would make like 3 parts. In the second part, he didn't really say much, but in the third part, he expresses that he's upset that people are now spreading rumors about him, claiming that he's a groomer and that he's 20 years old, and this girl, his girlfriend is like 15, and he states that it's only a 1-year age gap, and they started dating when they were both minors.
And now, since I'm getting a lot of hate, people are talking about my age and her age and spreading different rumors. Like, I'm 20 years old and she's 15, which is not true. I just turned 18 2 months ago, and she will be 17 for another 7 months, I believe. So I am not a pedo trying to take down a pedo. I never try to take anybody down. But that's what ended up happening. Another reason people say I'm involved is because when the Inquisitor closed his account about a week ago, cosplayers, and I mean like 6, 7, 8, they all started DMing me, asking for the screenshots that AJ was using. So I sent them the screenshots, and that's all I did. They had their own opinions about those screenshots. I didn't say anything else except, here are the screenshots. I did not message them first. They messaged me first.
It just kind of seems like his excuse was that he wasn't trying to set this guy up, or he wasn't trying to expose this guy. He just kind of was in the middle of all this. His girlfriend was saying this one thing, and people were asking him for screenshots, and he was sending them screenshots, but he wasn't really sure what the truth was or not. Now, Tito's account would get mass reported and suspended, and AJ, who's the person pretty much behind all of this, would also make an apology. I want to apologize for what I've done. I didn't mean to hurt him. I went way too far with this. He didn't deserve that, and I know it's too late to apologize, but I hope one day you can forgive me for my stupid actions. I'm sorry I got Tito, Keegan's Mask, and Bravo07 involved as well. They don't deserve the hate I created. I'm sorry to every single one of you. I learned from my mistakes. Please just stop sending death threats to anyone that has been saying anything about Inquisitor. The best thing to do is just not hate. A person died. Please do better, COD community. I will do better myself. Rest in peace, Vincent. Now, this person is 17 years old. And I feel like as a 17-year-old, you should know not to set someone up. This person knew exactly what they were doing. A person is dead because of their actions. And they have the guts to say that the community should do better and that they've learned from their mistakes. Someone died. I feel like people who spread false allegations like this need to be held accountable. These people should potentially face legal consequences for this. Someone is dead because they were irresponsible and they spread false allegations without solid evidence. A person is dead because someone took a couple messages out of context that honestly weren't even that bad. If that is enough for you to run with the narrative that someone is a predator, you have some serious issues. There is a problem on TikTok especially where people are so desperate for clout and attention that they will run with any possible little thing that they can get to cancel someone. And I feel like that's what these people were doing. You know, they saw this AJ person was messaging them being like, oh yeah, I'm a minor and this guy is talking to me. And they saw this whole thing as some sort of opportunity. All this type of stuff does is hurt actual victims. It's already hard enough as it is to out and expose actual predators. And you're gonna muddy the well by going after this guy who did nothing wrong. You'd think that people would learn after this type of stuff has happened numerous times, after all the controversies of people getting allegations wrong. But no, it turns out that this is still a major problem. This is something that should never happen. Someone is dead, and it's so heartbreaking. This guy was 23 years old. He had his entire life ahead of him, but because people are so quick to jump the gun, he's gone. It looks like TikTok has suspended his account. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of the live stream. Maybe it was mass reported, but it looks like most of his content is now lost. As for some silver lining or good news to come out of this, Inquisitor had kind of been running a campaign for a while to try and get his, cosplay skin into Call of Duty. And so after his death, people would open change.org. It got got over 5,000 signatures, and it does appear that Activision is going to put his skin into the game, which I know Activision has its issues, but this was a genuinely nice thing to see them do. Anyway, these are just my thoughts on this entire situation. If you guys have enjoyed, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel.